Hey guys, so many of you have been enjoying my overload cake series, and today we're making this amazing dulce de leche version. We're making everything from scratch today, including this glossy, delicious dulce de leche, and of course, the milky caramel sponge. This cake is so good and comforting. You'll love it. So for this recipe, you will need dulce de leche. My initial idea was to buy it. However, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I decided to make my own. And I'm so happy I did because the store-bought does not come even close to this. This is amazing. I'm sure some people will say to just boil a can of condensed milk for 2 hours. You can certainly do that. However, because this is a baking channel, I thought it would be really fun to make it from scratch and show you how to make it with fresh ingredients. And you'll also cut down on the cooking time as well. To a large and tall saucepan, you're going to add the whole milk and sugar, and you'll also need some baking soda, which helps with the browning, and salt. Do not skip the salt. It balances out the sweetness and really brings out that delicious milk caramel flavor. Give this a good stir, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. I post new videos every week. Now, if you're impatient and you want a shortcut, what you can do is take some sweetened condensed milk, open it up, pour it into a saucepan and bring it to a boil as is and cook this until it starts to brown. Essentially, dulce de leche is just caramelized sugar and milk, and if you choose to do it this way, you will cut down drastically on the cooking time. Okay, so back to our mixture. Your flame should be on low-medium until the sugar fully dissolves. Once the sugar dissolves, you can turn your flame to medium and bring this to a gentle boil. Now, do not walk away because initially this mixture will start to rise, as you can see, and when this happens, just give it a stir to stop it from boiling over. You'll see some foam will start to form. I do like to remove it. It's not necessary. However, if you want a glossy and shiny milk caramel, do remove it. Now, this needs to be on a constant boil for about an hour to an hour and a half. It really depends on your flame. Keep an eye on it and stir it every 5 to 10 minutes, and eventually this mixture will start to change color and reduce down. Here you can see it starts to thicken around the sides of the pan, so make sure you mix those as well. And you want to continue cooking this until it goes from a light amber color to a deep amber. Mine took exactly an hour and 20 minutes, but as I said, it really depends on your flame. Besides turning a deep amber color, you'll know it's ready because it will have reduced down quite a lot. At that point, turn off your stove and let this sit for 10 minutes. I do want to show you guys the texture and the consistency of this mixture because it will not be thick. It will actually be quite runny, and this is how you want it to be because as it cools, it will thicken. Do not take it farther than this or it will become hard in the fridge. Now, this stores beautifully if you want to make it a month in advance. Maybe, it's a cold, rainy day, you got nothing to do, make it. It's delicious. And you can use it in so many ways. You're going to pour this liquid heaven into a heat-proof safe bowl or measuring cup and pop it in the fridge overnight or, like I said, up to a month. Okay, so fast forward to the day after. I'm so excited to show you how this looks. It's shiny and glossy and it will have thickened beautifully. It's so good, guys. At this point, you can taste it, try it, and it's ready to use. Okay, so on to making the dulce de leche cake, which is super easy. In this bowl, I have some butter, oil, and vanilla. Now, you can go about this 2 ways. For a sweetener, you can either use brown sugar or dulce de leche. I do want to mention that I did design this cake sponge to not be too sweet because we will be adding dulce de leche as a topping. The only reason I'm saying this is because if you eat the cake, by itself without anything, you'll notice it's not sweet. And it's meant to be that way, kind of like pancakes. Pancakes, by themselves aren't really sweet because you're going to add syrup. And that's exactly how this cake is. You're going to mix these ingredients until combined. I've also gone ahead and added 2 eggs, and once those are incorporated, you can add your sifted dry ingredients. I did sift mine prior to filming the video. and the milk. Make sure you don't overmix the batter. As soon as you don't see any more lumps of flour, stop mixing. You're going to transfer your batter in your buttered and floured cake pan, or in my case, 2 deep dishes. Like my other overload cakes, this cake is meant to be assembled and served in the same pan or dish. Bake the cakes or cake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for around 25 minutes. As usual, do the toothpick test. If it comes out clean, the cake is ready. You're going to let the cakes cool completely, and then you can smother these with dulce de leche. Like I said, the cake sponge itself is not sweet. However, if you don't like straight up dulce de leche, what you can do is dilute it with some heavy cream. You can add as much as you like. However, because this is YouTube, to make it cinematic, I'm going to add quite a lot. Add some chocolate chips on top and get ready to enjoy one of the most delicious desserts. If you love salted caramel, if you love dulce de leche, you must make this. This is so creamy and soft, and the homemade dulce de leche really takes this cake to another level.